Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you for taking time today, and thank you for joining my session, Leader and Manager. Quite often, we use these two words, right, on business and sports. Well, a variety of places we talk about leader and manager. What is the main difference between leader and managers? Reader has more reading functionality toward big vision, strategy, and create direction, right? Manager, either how to reach, manager will have to consider and control how to reach. That's, I think, a main difference. So from now on, let's review one by one, okay? What is the difference between leader and manager? First, leader, in other words, director, who create direction. It's a leader. That way, let's go. So, as you said, vision, strategy, and direction. This is the, will be made by leader. That's why, in a sense, I'm also have to be leader of company. I'm leading company, let's go that direction. That is a vision. That is my most important responsibility, okay? Then make vision, goal, target of company on business. Same meaning, right? To change an innovator company and business. This was not touched on just earlier, right? Change also leader's function. If something wrong, if we need to evolve, who will drive? Driver is leader, okay? To cheer up and motivate employees or team members, okay? As I said, leader has to be key driver to move your teams forward. Let's go. Come on. I will support. Together, let's go. This is leader's important functionality. That's why, in a sense, I would say proactiveness, proactive activity, proactive thinking is really important for leader, okay? Next, to make change culture of company. It's same, leading change. If leader is very conservative, negative, and they're quiet, silent, culture, what will happen? Culture will follow the leader's behavior, attitude, thinking way, right? So that's in a sense, if I'm leader in company, if I'm really proactive, very powerful, energetic, and they're always encouraging the people, such type of leader, company culture will follow it. However, I'm really bureaucratic, and I'm really conservative, negative, and reactive leader. Company culture, what will happen? Under me, everybody will follow that way. Gradually, company culture will become like quiet, conservative, bureaucratic. That's why leader's mission is always proactively, positively, cheer up, drive unit. That's important, okay? Not only CEO, but also directors, managers. As long as someone following you, you have to do that, okay? Then next is manager. Manager is, I think, the person who manage human resource and material resource and money in company. So that now you have a team member, you have a responsibility. You have to play as a leader. On the other hand, in practical level, practical business field, you also has to be manager. Both factors will be required for you. Okay? That's why if my case, I have to be leader to drive company, move forward, change, make it innovative. On the other hand, I'm trying to control unit resource and business resource, material, or cash flow, whatever. Those things I'm also doing. So that in a sense, I have to play a role as managers. Both factors required. Okay? Then, to create detailed strategy and tactics and to drive a unit. Once we readers set a vision, goal, big picture and strategy toward that direction, tactics will be how to reach, how to make it closer, come closer, variety of ways. That control is manager's work. So that same, using human resource, material resource, and the money, or partners, variety of way manager has to control. Okay? So please think like this. You have a car, you drive a car, right? Leader is just saying, please go that way. Then you will drive a car. Manager is following instruction, heading that way, but there is a rule, 80 kilometers per hour. You have to control, keep 80 kilometers per hour to drive, right? That is management. To analyze and study necessary information, data, situation, then make countermeasure. Okay? Manager's important function is, in order to reach to the goal, you will take variety of way, then take action, the new situation, performance will come up. Then when you have look, analyze it. Is it good way? It's not good way. Appropriate way? Inappropriate way. Then take countermeasure. Okay, tactics, let's change. Let's use this way. Let's use this partner. This is management way. Next, what I expect from you guys, I'd like to share today. What I'm expecting from leader. First, leader is the person who will really drive other people to reach to the goal, right? Means not only for yourself, putting and pushing other people. This is important. That I will repeat, proactive action. I would like to request to reader in MobiCom. Okay? Next, reader is the person who should be influential to others. If reader don't have influencing power, it doesn't make sense. How are you going to pull? How are you going to push? Impossible, right? Definitely influential power will be required. In company, yes, you need to have influential power. Externally, in society, nowadays there are many influencers, right? In SNS or whatever. Like that. Your wording, your action, your behavior should be influential for others. Okay? Next, reader is the person who should offer passion, thought, information, and intelligence proactively. Okay? If reader is like a machine, robot, without any emotion, passion, and ambition, then, okay, please, let's go, move. It is our direction. Okay, let's go, come here, like robot. Who will follow you? No one will follow, right? In this sense, reader has to be very passionate person and sharing emotion, of course. Let's go, or let's go. Who will follow which? Of course, passionate side. I think personally think manager case, more like analytical, not like a passion, emotion, more logical and analytical action will be required. Because in the previous slide I introduced, manager's function is how to reach to the goal, taking action, tactics, then analyze, make performance, review, counteraction. If so, it's a fact-based action. Fact-based action will be required. Next. Reader is the person who should be visible for other people. If reader is invisible, always hidden behind the door, how people will be moved? Unlikely, right? Readers, posture is really important. Presence. Reader is the person who can involve others smoothly, timely, and positively. Maybe this involve others, this part, as a function, this is manager's function. Necessary resource, pick it. Then toward the goal, take action. This is manager's function. But here, what it's saying is, reader is really conservative, closing unit, right? In that case, how we can change, how we can make it expanded more. Openness is necessary for reader. Openness. Don't make your own castle. Sometimes reader will become like that. In especially organization of company, there is technical sector, sales sector, care, and the finance. Then once you become top as a leader, then try to make your own castle vertically. It is not good way. Leader has to always open mind, open eye, open view. Okay. Leader is the person who will listen and pay attention to others carefully. If reader only running, when you turn back, if no one is following you, it could happen. That's why always pay attention. If 4 persons here, someone is following me very quickly, or someone is far behind. In that case, okay, slow down, come. That is important. Leader cannot run by himself, by herself alone, right? Always paying attention to others behind you, next to you. That's important. Okay, so next, let's review concretely reader's skill. First, communication skill. Then I'm saying empathetic readers. We all see the work differently, so listen to others as well. I see, for example, this screen. From this angle, I'm seeing, right? If so, now, this is left-hand side. From your angle, different. This is maybe center or slightly right-hand side in your view. This is different. That is the same communication case. Even if I say positively, they may take negatively. Okay? Different angle. There is a lot. That's why empathetic communication is important. I will explain what the empathetic meaning. Next, pretending to listen to others, it's not good. I'm not saying to you all, and I'm saying to myself as well. Sometimes just sitting, nodding. But it's not the focusing on what he's saying, she's saying to me. Just from right hand to left hand ear, right? Going through, not trying to understand. It's not good. Then selective hearing. It could happen in the meeting quite often. For example, someone started playing their smartphone, someone started chatting, and then they are not listening actually, not hearing. But one person suddenly one keyword say, oh, by the way, someone pay attention. Means selectively listening, hearing, right? It's not good communication. Only some part, only the part which you're interested in, you pay attention, you listening. It's not good. It could happen, right? So, this is the example. We are Asian, Japanese, Mongolian, Asian. Eh? From the viewpoint of Asian people, when you imagine world map, it's like this. Asia is the center, Mongolia in the middle, Japan is in the middle, China here. Then United States, Canada will be usually drawn in the right-hand side. Africa, left-hand side, right? This is our paradigm, stereotype, imagination, okay? Since the childhood ages. However, when you ask American, Canadian people, please imagine world map, what it's like. They will image this map. Same map, but different, yeah? America, Canada is the center, Europe is the right-hand side, and Asia, left-hand side. This is their view. Okay? So, each person has different view angle. We have to accept that. Then, based on that, if he, she has different angle, based on that, we should listen to, we should communicate. Otherwise, big misunderstanding gap will be caused. Okay? Empathetic is from the viewpoint of other is key. Let's see. You and me, if there is a crossing point, it's called we. Not I think, not you think. we think is important, empathetic communication and the reader. Yeah. Empathetic is from empathy. Yeah. Similar word in English, there is the word sympathy. Sympathy. Usually in our conversation, I think we quite often use the sympathy rather than empathy. What is the difference? For example, sympathy case, né? Sympathy case. If someone, my friend, has a dog, pretty dog, right? Unfortunately, by accident, that pretty dog passed away due to traffic accident, whatever. That pretty dog passed away. And my friend is crying. Then, looking at him, I feel sorry for him. Is sympathy. Okay? I feel sorry for him. Is sympathy. Empathy is his pretty dog passed away due to traffic accident. That he's crying, right? Empathy case. Oh, I'm really sad. My poor dog. Is empathy. Means sharing others' feeling is empathy. Subject is other side, right? But a sympathy case, it's not like this. Oh, poor dog. Looking at him, he's crying, he's in a sad situation. Oh, I'm sorry for that. It's sympathy. Different. That's why empathetic reader and communication is this side. That's why this is very important. Nowadays, over the world, empathetic reader is required. Quite a lot. Such topic is in website. Empathetic reader. How much you can share, how much you can see from other angle is very important. I'm also trying always. It's sometimes it's difficult, of course, but I'm trying. But please try. Okay. Next, psychological safety. It's one of the important missions for reader. Okay. Reader case, generally they have a title, authority, right? Then, for example, CEO, director, manager, chief member, they have a title and authority in company. In order to read teams, quite often happen is, you do it, come. If you don't come, you're going to be in trouble. I give you punishment using title and authority. It's not good, right? Readers' important thing is drive people, giving psychological safety, comfortability. Okay? When you drive the person on the unit, force-free, come. If you don't come, you're going to be in trouble. I'm CEO, I'm manager. Or, look at that. There is a nice place. And we can have really nice time together. We can feel peace and comfortable. Why not come? Which way you like? Of course, second, right? That's why readers' important mission is, first, psychological safety you need to create. Team member has to feel safe and to take risk. Even if it's risky, it's really big hurdle, but all depending on readers' way, how to say, don't worry, by all together we can overcome. But if readers say, you should come, there is a really difficult risk, but you should try. It's not good. Eh? There is risk, but let's think, how to resolve, how to overcome all together. I need your idea. I need your idea. Maybe we can go. Psychological safety. That's important. Of course, on business, sometimes we may have to use authority or title, of course. I don't deny. But generally, as a reader, in order to drive people, psychological safety, please make it. This one. Not use your title and authority, but use your human senses. Okay? Next, self-management. Discipline is crucial ability of a reader. Okay? Even if reader is creating great vision and giving nice, beautiful direction and trying to drive with good passion, ambition. However, if behavior, attitudes is really bad, how come people will follow it? Yeah, they never. That's why reader has to have discipline. Discipline is a kind of rule and order in your life, in your business way. Otherwise, people will not trust you and people will not follow you because they know your real feature. Okay? So, plus, reader, I like reader to be very stoic and be strict, stringent to yourself more than to others. Of course, 100% 24 hours, 365 days, strict, it's really difficult. Balance is important, of course. Yeah. One of the good things is that, for example, very healthy leader. Yeah. Regularly go to gym, taking exercise, keeping good shape, and don't eat much junk food, don't drink too much. Yeah. It's a one-of way to show strictness. Yeah. Of course, this is just an example. Then teaching, coaching, mentoring skill is important for reader. Teaching, coaching, mentoring, all of three sounds similar, but basic is different. What is the difference among three? Teaching, coaching, mentoring. Basic is teaching case authoritatively. Teacher will teach you 1 + 1 = 2. So teacher is giving answer. Teacher is giving authoritative fact. This is teach. In school, you will study chemics, mathematics, or language. Variety of things you will study in school, right? Teacher will say, of course, teacher will ask you to think by yourself first, right? Mathematics or whatever. But a teacher will give you clear answer, definitely. This is teaching. Yeah? Then, mentoring, coaching, quite a lot mixture sometimes. Coaching case, let others to think by themselves and don't without giving answer clear advice. reading. So that's Mr. A is here. Hi, Mr. A, what are you doing? I say, what is the problem right now? Then, why you like to do that? And then, what is the main goal for you? And then, what do you think, what is the best way to go? Quite often, person don't have a clear resolution, clear idea by himself, herself. But coach will give her occasion to think deeply, but without giving assertive answer, assertive instruction and direction. This is coaching. That's why coach case, quite often we imagine the sport coach, sport teams coach, basketball coach, baseball coach, right? They are, in a sense, professional for some particular sports or particular area. That's why we sometimes mixture the meaning with the mentor. However, coach's case basically is try to give occasion to let them, others, think. This is coaching. That's why professional coach case, he, she, coach can be coach for anyone else. It's not necessary to be a professional tennis player, professional football player, basically. This is coach. Then mentoring case, back to coach case. Coach case, it's not necessary to be older than others. It's not necessary to be professional than others. Because coach's function is giving occasion to think more and more and to make him to go reach the decision. Yeah? But a mentor case, a little bit different. Mentor in business case, business expert will lead them to think and give advice. This is mentor. Some particular areas specialists will give occasion to others, most of cases younger ages or business junior. Then giving advice, they will go right direction. This is mentor. However, of course, you could be mentor sometimes. You're expert of IT development, right? I'm not IT developer. Which means you have some idea, experience, skill, which I don't have. In that case, in business-wise, I can be mentor for you, but technical trend, technical development, you could be mentor for me. Hamada-san, I think better to think by agile way. Agile way. I can use this agile methodology for HR control, decision making. That is a mentor. The teaching, coaching, mentoring, those three, very important. It's different from coaching. Teaching, the person who will teach will give answer to the person who will taught. The person who will be taught will just simply follow teacher and student. Coaching case. Through interactive communication between coach and the person who will be coached, coach will lead the person to notice, find the way. So that the subject is anyway, not coach side, person side. Person has to think, resolve, notice, find. That's important. Okay? This skill, three skills, please try to obtain. And in order to acquire this skill, practical training is necessary. Intentionally, you have to distinguish those three when you communicate subordinate team members and your, how can I say, partners, whoever. Next, trust relationship is mandatory. If there is no trust between leader and teams, it will never work, of course. In order to build trust amongst persons and between persons, time is required. Unfortunately, it cannot happen next day suddenly, right? Certain lengths of time will be required. Then, once trust has been built, of course, it's very beneficial. Sometimes, even without communication appropriately, spending long time, he may understand, your team may understand. If I say, yes, Hamada-san, this yes meaning is maybe this. That's why, let's go this way. His meaning is like this. Without communication, trust will make direction, right? That's important. Okay. So, up to here, I talk about leadership. Leadership. Then next, manager. Of course, in broader meaning, manager has to play a role as leader, of course. But here, intentionally I will separate. Nowadays, variety of communication and platform has been developed day by day, implementing in the society, right? That's why our business way of management ways has been also changing a lot. Society, our environment becoming more and more digitalized. But if we are not digitalized mindset, we don't have it, there will be big gap. Digital case, basically 0 or 1. Very clear, right? Black or white, like that. But human mindset is looks like gray. What's a gray? In digital era, only 0, 1. There is no 2. 0.5, right? That's why we also have to change our management way. So, let's see. Transformation from analog management to digital management is required. Why? Look at that. Our work style has been changed. More open and flat. And collaboration will be required. Not sectionalism, vertically. Horizontal collaboration, horizontal team working will be required. Like agile methodology, Scrum, right? Then unified communication. By this, even you're in the remote area, even if you're at home, like we are sitting together, we can communicate. Now we can work together. Then mobility. Almost like a mobile phone is a PC. My case, most of work I can do by this phone. Video conference, emailing, and a check of document. Enough. Then, contents management, talent management, such things are really required. Then also by digitalization, on-demand basis and real-time business has been more improved. IoT, big data, social X or XX tech, like a fintech, insurtech. Then omni-channel, variety of environment. Then internally, ERP, business process management, or robotics process automation. Such kind of things happening in our work environment. Externally, supply chain management, connected with our partner directly, then automated. So, totally different from past years, our traditional business operation. Very, very digitalized. However, if our mindset, our work style is, management way is analog, what would happen? That's not good, right? 0 or 1 digital. But we say 0.5. Unmatched, right? That's why essential role of manager in digital area to visualize performance and the situation on timely manner, real time, and visible performance and the situation. There shouldn't be ambiguity, unclearness. As much as possible, manager has to see clarity, fact, data. That's important. Okay? Create measurable target setting and activity. Manager's important thing is assess performance, evaluate someone, right? Then, for example, if manager Hamada evaluates someone's performance, okay, good. Oh, you excellent. But what is the meaning of good or excellent? It's not measurable, right? If manager B evaluates him, he may say, oh, normal, average. My meaning of good, his meaning of good is totally different. It's analog way. That's when you evaluate someone, when you assess performance, as much as possible, logically measurable, evaluation. Please create that. To give clearer instruction and evaluation. Quite often, traditionally, boss say, okay, somehow do it. Somehow? What is the meaning somehow do it? Sounds like throwing away my responsibility to someone else. It's not the way. Good manager is, okay, let's try A to Z. A, this. B, this. C, this. Then maybe let's prioritize depending on necessity. Maybe A and N and Z. Please try. This is clearer management, right? So, clear instruction and evaluation. To make transparency and share understandable information with team by open and seamless communication. Nowadays, thanks to the huge development of digital technology, communication becoming more easy, transparent, right? That's why everybody can get intelligence, everybody can get knowledge, everybody can have virtual experience through network. If so, skill set wise, gradually manager and subordinate team members becoming the closer opportunity wise, equal opportunity. If so, manager gets some important information. She doesn't share it with the team intentionally to keep superiority, only I have this information. By doing so, try to behave higher than them. That's not good way. Manager way is, once important information come up, immediately with feedback, with his opinion, share with the team is important. Then maximize their capability and shorten the time period. That is a manager's action. So, I think all covered today. I hope it help you some refresh of your mind and image of reader and manager. Of course, this is not 100% absolute definition. This is what I'm thinking, what I expect from MobiCom's reader, MobiCom's manager. Thank you very much.
Thank you.